our live music. This is our music, our culture. That is our memory. All the way from Cape Coast. Nipa bread. Nipa bread. Emia minana remakano senior. No kana sen. Amam remay krado. Onipa bebeseni na mani unu. No da ledia aka onya tiefo. Ya no dia kukudro aje ahu mi ego biso. Ya chirese ewia simwa yewe obema nenu medrenyo. Odiba bebeseni na mani unu. No da ledia aka onya tiefo. Ya no dia kukudro aje ahu mi ego biso. Dia chirese ewia simwa yewe obema nenu medrenyo. Obibe wa mani anopa. Obibe wa mani enuya. Obibe wa mani enyumire. Arabesa Yesu ya. Dedie mi o. Oyana brabo imo. Onipe ni awuto. Esoreta yenemu. Eguna mani o. Awmini afanosa. Yense mina na yaka abebesa Yesu ya unipa nkana semkura Bomi solo Achichidiensu na wana minem Abere mano yentira Onipa bebesene na mani unu No da nedia Anko tiefo ne wen Eno tika techie Na jaji ahu mingu biso ate Eneti said ya wuti biarano Mini Yasi Muhammad kao Ya jamu bingu bisoate Na bebe sa Yesu ya Na bebe sa Yesu ya Unipa nkana semkura Onipa bebe seni na mani unu No da nedia aka onya tiefo Ya no dia kukudro aje ahu mi ego biso Ya chirese ewia simwa yewe obema nenu medre remakano ewia simwa yewe obema nenu medre Benma kize ewia simwa yewe obema nenu medre Erikuse ewia simwa obema nenu medre Na chipalabo ewia simwa yewe Mr. Mooney, yes, my Aji, a profit, yes, my Obroni Karine, yes, my area. Man and Namitias, obey. Politician. This one goes to you all the politicians. Yes, in Sampanabo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, in Sampanabo. Wake up, for you. People love Africa now. Can sit and watch them as they do us massacre now. Come on and come on, join the strain that wakes the brain. Follow politicians, and you never come far. They only always lie to raise your bar. They just don't care. Come on and come on, join the strain that wakes the brain. Follow politicians, and you never come far. Looting and sharing resources, and they all corrupt. Follow politicians, and you never come far. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, in Sampanabo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, in Sampanabo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, in Sampanabo.
That was a mum right there. I'm sure you're excited like just as I am this morning. It's been an electrifying one. I was just dancing in studio, and I'm sure you're also dancing at home, maybe in your office. Yes, because you may be watching in your office. I know people who get to the work very early on Fridays because of that watchy joint in that neighborhood. or they are going to do some office work early and travel later in the day because there's a funeral somewhere, there's a wedding somewhere to attend, or there is some hangouts later in the evening. So I want to say a very good morning to all of you. If you have plans of going out tonight, maybe you can invite me. I would want to join you go out tonight. Yeah, I don't have anywhere going this evening, so let's hang out somewhere. Anyway, good morning to all of you, and you're welcome to the Friday edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. I am Philip Nilate. I don't do the show alone, but I introduce my co-host later on the show. But I'm sure you are being part of the seasons of prayer, the seasons of prayer. We have few days to go. So please be part of the seasons of prayer as midnight cry from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. This is your day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. and prayer encounter from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. It streams live on Facebook, so you can join on Facebook as well. But we also want to treat you that once you get the link, make sure that you share so that someone can also pray with us. So 0244 981 112 is the number you can call if you need any information about this particular program. Just some 6 days from now, and we are done with the seasons of prayer. But after the seasons of prayer, we have another one that crowns it all. But Chris is going to do that for us. Chris Carter, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm happy. It's Friday.
Yeah, and we're all cladded in the Ghanaian.
Yeah, yesterday, yeah. Carlos is showing some powerful enthusiasm, some powerful pressure that you know that I always believe that we can bring the cup together.
Yeah. And because of his pressure, that's where we are.
Yeah. And you know, because of World Cup Central, but we'll talk about it later. So just tell us about the family consecration.
All right, so the family
event.
consecration service is actually a yearly service that happens, and it's brought to you by City 97.3 FM at the Oil Dome Royal House Chapel here in Accra. And this year it's going to be happening on Friday, the 1st of May, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. You definitely do not want to miss it, because this is where hope is restored, families are bound in love, and also vows are renewed, forgiveness happens, and we inspire each other in the word to grow together. Because remember, a family that prays together stays together. And as you can see it, we have powerful men of God that are going to be there on that day. So definitely you don't want to miss it. Come receive your blessings and let the family be blessed. So it's happening on Friday, the 1st, May 2026, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. And at the Oil Dome Royal House Chapel here in Accra.
Yeah, just around Circle or opposite STC, you can find the Oil Dome there. And the people or the pastors mentioned, that is Reverend Stephen Wingham, Reverend Mauli Chikata, Reverend Mauli Benson, Reverend Michael Nwagbe Fire for Fire, the Reverend Nelson Awinter, and Reverend Fred Mark Davis, the Assassin General. So you would be part of this event and you'll be blessed. Chris, yesterday I love the Blanksons.
Really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Tajuddin, that boy, he's a whole new, he's a different guy altogether. I really enjoyed it. But if you didn't watch it yesterday, you have the opportunity to watch it today, because there is definitely going to be a repeat. And like we just keep saying, Channel 1 TV, we produce this. It's an in-house production. So the Blanksons showing every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Fresh episode. But on Fridays, 11:30 a.m. Saturdays, 7 p.m. Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 p.m. Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m. We've listed them, and we are giving you back-to-back repeat on screen. So make sure that you are part of this all-important TV drama series, family drama series that we are showing you. You have to relax so that you enjoy yourself. So NASCO, Lizzie Shooter Out Mosquito Spray, Everpack, they sponsored this particular in-house TV production, and make sure that you enjoy it. Of course, Channel 1 TV, we are setting the pace, so make sure that you help us set the pace.
All right, and after that, on Saturday, we have the Wonder Space Show. Definitely you don't want to miss it because this is a good show for the toddlers, the kids, and of course the parents can sit beside them and also get to learn a lot because we take you to different industries and get to learn a lot about them. And the only person that does that is Miss Natalie right on the Wonder Space Show. So you don't want to miss it this Saturday at 12 p.m. Gather the kids and let's enjoy the Wonder Space Show.
And of course, after the Wonder Space Show, we are entreating you that with a campaign we are pushing here, Eat Ghana Rice campaign. Make sure that you are part of that campaign. Very important. I know this weekend you will definitely be going out to buy rice like Chris has been doing. She says that it's a ritual in her house
every Sunday
for her to be eating rice every Sunday.
Yeah.
So as we are preparing to eat rice meal this weekend, why don't you grab locally manufactured rice, which is very sumptuous and delicious. You know, the foreign ones, I wouldn't want to say much about it, but we are helping the sector actually progress. So, and make it lucrative as well for the young ones or individuals who want to get into the industry, so they can also have something to do. Unemployment rate is very high. So why don't we make the agri sector very attractive for the young ones to also venture there so that we can reduce the unemployment rate in Ghana? For that reason, we are championing this cause here at Channel 1 TV, which is the Eat Ghana Rice campaign. So eat fresh, eat Ghana, build Ghana. Test fresh from your from our farms to your plate. And of course, this is in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, MasterCard Foundation, and the 24-hour economy. Let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. So if you go out, the Emotu and the Nkatenkwan, local rice must feature. Chris, I think we should do the front pages of the newspaper.
Yeah, but before that, I would like to remind you that you should also download, in fact, the World Cup Central, actually. World Cup Central. World Cup Central happens every Friday. So this Friday at 3 p.m., you definitely don't want to miss it. It's going to be hosted by Gabi Ofer, who's going to be bringing you everything about the football world as we gear up to the World Cup. So make a date with us today. Just put it on a reminder, put it on your calendar. Fridays at 3 p.m. So it's going to be happening today, like I said. And remember to also download the Channel 1 News app. You definitely do not want to miss any infos and news items that we have coming up from Ghana and beyond. So please download the Channel 1 News app. If you're using an Android device, head to Google Play Store and you can download it and have it on your phone and on your tablet anywhere in the world as long as you get internet access.
So the app is very important, as well as also you being part of the World Cup Central later today on Channel 1 TV, exactly 3 p.m. We are supporting the Black Stars, and we are hoping that they'll get there. Yeah.
All right. So let's head straight into the dailies. What do we have in front of the papers? So I'm going to be starting with the Daily Graphic that has a very interesting, picture on their big story here, and it's the picture of Carlos Queiroz. He has that Kwame Nkrumah pose.
Yes.
Forward ever. Forward. I'm here to win. New Black Stars coach. And obviously, like I said, the picture is there and it says clear ambition to build a competitive team. Governor urges shift from diaspora remittance to investment. All set to celebrate Asante as pillar of peace. Tobinko urges increased government support for pharmaceutical industry.
So we go to the Daily Post, start with Mahama applauds. Kaswa to Winneba Road contractor assures commuters of relief. Okape Hini declares Ghana Medical Trust Fund and free primary health care as two essential life-saving interventions no government should ever think of scrapping. Very important. We don't do things and the next government to come and change it. You can see stories on page 3 and the center spread of the Daily Post for that. CAT records 16% drop in institutional debts in 2025. Also, Gold Board engages small-scale miners to address purity losses and illegal mining. And also Julius Deborah marks 60th birthday with charity drive for Gomwa Fete Orphanage. Yeah.
All right. In the front page of the Ghanaian Times, on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have I'm ready for Ghana Challenge, and that's curious. And you can see there's a picture of Mr. Kofi Adams presenting a smock to the coach, Carlos. So they're making him Ghanaian, putting him inside there. Many in the Ghanaian, maybe the Ghan people have to find a Ghan.
Have you heard the song, Roy? Wow, wow.
No, I've heard it.
Go and listen to it.
So President backs NLA KGL contract, and this is by the NLA boss, Mr. Abdul Salam. 3 million Ghanaians vulnerable to food insecurity. Well, this is a problem, and that's a report. And if you want to read that report, you head to page 13 of the Ghanaian Times. So government steps up fight against Galamsey, deploys drones next week. 3,212 earth-moving equipment registered and tracked.
The Ghanaian publisher starts with angry Otumfuo slams ministers over Sampa. You can see page 2 for that. 60 years of life, 60 years of purpose, 60 years of national impact. Today, we honor Honorable Julius Deborah, a leader whose journey continues to inspire. Happy birthday, sir. You are 60 years today. And also chiefs give government 7 days ultimatum over 1 billion Ghana cedis compensation. Pass anti-LGBTQ bill in current form. This is coming from Al-Hassan Suleiman Tampuli. And also Gilbert Tanko was not declared wanted. This is coming from Yoko. Have you seen the video of Sam George talking about the LGBTQI plus story, and was talking about what the AIDS Commission is doing when it comes to lubricants and all that? Well, you can visit our social media handle, CTFM, and also Channel 1.
But I like what the AIDS Commission is doing, actually.
Come again?
It's Commission. I think they're doing what they have to do at the end of the day.
Interesting comments there. Go and watch it on our social media handles, and you understand what we are talking about.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah, go on.
On the front page of the Daily Guide, government backs NLA KGL contract, and this is by the DG. OSP challenges no power to persecute other. We are not illegal miners. Angry Nzema youth to Adamus resources. Ghana among U.S. car theft destinations. Shift operations to local contractors. Government to mining firms.
On the front page of the BNFT, starts with NLA KGL contract. Presidency backs agreement, revenue talks ongoing. This is coming from the boss of NLA, Abdul Salam. Also, tax fragmented VAT system threatens ECOWAS common market ambition. Verify asset to curb litigation in property and vehicle deals. This is coming from the Bank of Ghana, BOG. And this also says that mining industry highlights 92 million US dollars local manufacturing opportunity. You can find the story in the BNFT.
All right, on the front page of the News Center, which is my last paper, 30% of gold bust surplus to assist small-scale miners. Former IGP Paul Tewia Kwe dies after illness. May his soul rest in peace, and may his family be consoled. And Galamsey outpaces slavery harm. Wow. Foreign miners directed to shift operations to locals. Ghanaians, migrants suffer fresh xenophobia attacks in South Africa. And pediatricians call on Mahama to declare state of emergency now, and still has to do on the issue of Galamsey. And as you can see, there's a picture of Dr. Hilda Mateba-Boye from the Pediatric Society of Ghana, and she's the president of that society. And of course, the president, John Mahama, on the story of pediatricians calling the president to declare a state of emergency now. I guess it's affecting everybody. And you know the thing, we've been saying this a long time ago. So many societies have been begging for the call of, the issue of the state of emergency. And I don't know what's happening, but...
Let's see how that one is going to turn out to be. Let's bring you what is on the front page of the Herald newspaper and start with Iyoko insists voter region council of state member not wanted, denies declaring Kwamega fugitive in 14.3 million US dollars gold dispute despite 9th April press statement. What may have changed there? We need to know. Ghana's foreign ministry demands South Africa's action against xenophobic attack. Parliament Energy Committee commends NPA's transparency. And this may shock you. Yesterday I saw it on social media and it's also making waves on a number of portals. DT Bank staff charged with stealing client 12 million Ghana cedis. And what we understand is he blew 600 Ghana cedis, 600,000 Ghana cedis on online betting.
It's so wild.
600,000 Ghana cedis.
It's so wild.
No, this is
It's so wild.
Billions.
Of all things to blow the money on. I mean, it's already bad enough that you.
The issue is that
it's already bad enough that you're a thief or you are allegedly a thief, right? And you did not use the money for anything like life-saving or something.
Betting.
So we should be pity for you that you are a thief, but you stole thief behavior to betting.
600,000 Ghana cedis.
On betting.
On betting. Online betting.
So I'm even curious to know how he even stole the well
Chris,
you
let
can
me
see the
enter
money,
the story.
yeah.
Let me enter the story.
I'm curious to know how he blew it. If he blew it all at once.
So the story is here. It starts like Christopher Arthur.
Oh, his name is Christopher. Oh my God.
You have Christophers in your
Chris.
life. Oh,
Chris
and Christopher.
He could have been called something else.
Christopher Arthur, a relationship manager at a private bank, has been arraigned at the circuit court on charges of allegedly stealing. This alleged, right? So everything we are saying here, we are based on what the paper is saying. 12 million Ghana cedis from a businessman whose account he managed. Reports have kept both the bank's and client's name and business out of the public domain, but we don't know how come GT Bank came out. However,
because he works
Arthur, yeah, so the reports actually kept the names out, but I don't know how Herald newspaper got it at GT Bank. However, Arthur has been identified by the Herald as a staff of the Guarantee Trust Bank, that is GT Bank. According to report, Arthur allegedly used 600,000 Ghana cedis of the stolen money on Sportybet. He is also accused of forging bank statement to conceal the transaction, although he is said to have later admitted to the offense and made partial refunds. Authorities have since recovered some assets believed to be proceeds of the crime, including vehicles and cash. Further investigations indicate that part of the stolen funds was used for sports betting. His alleged accomplices are still being pursued. So at the end of the day, he was the only one who was caught. Appearing before the court on Thursday, that is yesterday, presided over by His Honor Iram Fume, Arthur pleaded not guilty to the charge of stealing. He was granted bail in the sum of 12 million Ghana cedis with 4 sureties, 3 of whom must be justified. Anyway, so on LinkedIn, Christopher Arthur is reported to have previously worked as a marketing executive and business analyst at Access Bank PLC between 2020 and 2021. He holds an associate degree in digital marketing strategy and risk management from the National Banking College 2023, a human resource professional certificate in management information system from the University of Ghana City Campus 2019 to 2020, and a bachelor's degree in business administration, banking and finance from Catholic University of Ghana 2014 to 2018. He has been based in Greater Accra, and has professional experience spanning several financial institutions, including Societe Generale and Maastricht School. This case has been adjourned as investigations continue. Anyway, so everything we said here is based on what the paper is saying, with the allegations also there. 600
allegedly,
yeah,
an
600,000 spent on online betting.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
very wild.
So the next one on Herald newspaper is ex-IGP Paul Teria Kwe dies after prolonged illness. Okay, so that's what you can find on the front page of the Herald newspaper.
All right, so let's head online. What are some of the headlines we have online? So we're going to be starting with channel1newsonline.com. So if you have opened it on your tab or on your phone, you can actually join us as we read these headlines. Some UK PhD stipends and claimants completed in 2023. Wow, Zita Benson is saying that. AI-powered drones linked to nearly 50% drop in malaria cases in Eastern region. South Africa, Ghanaian community in high spirit despite xenophobic fears, and this is by the High Commissioner. Presiding Bishop, Methodist Church accounts for tithes and offerings. Senate East, PAC others validating officers to refund 18,260 Ghana cedis over salary irregularity. Sam Judge questions AIDS Commission over alleged lubricant distribution to pro-LGBTQ groups.
So you see what I was talking about?
Yes, I know, but somehow they still need to curb it by not affecting us, by giving them what they need, no? Like condoms and all that.
Is that the ideal place?
Is that the ideal place?
The ideal place.
It's not the ideal place, but it's part of protecting people when you look at it in the grand scheme. Because at the end of the day, you don't want anything to spread by someone sleeping with someone that does not know that they are certainly from that.
But what Sam George is saying, and even the videos on social media, he's saying that the AIDS Commission is actually supporting whatever is happening by giving them the lubricants.
It's not about AIDS Commission supporting them. We need to understand that for AIDS Commission to do their job properly, it needs to be done holistically. Everybody needs to be involved. One section, you don't protect one section and don't protect the other section, because at the end of the day, somehow this person that you're trying not to protect will somehow meet this person you're protecting. That's the truth. That's the world that we live in at the end of the day.
So AIDS Commission, everyone deserves a lubricant.
Everyone deserves to be protected. Even people that are not LGBTQ pro or still need lubricants at the end of the day. Because definitely a lot of things are happening. I'm sorry, this is morning TV, but we need to break it down. A lot of things are happening in the sense that
let's go ahead.
No. A lot of things are happening because a lot of things are happening in the sense that people who are unaware that someone else is LGBTQ pro end up sleeping together. Do you understand? And you do not want any situation whereby someone is contracting something else from someone they do not know.
So that means you're not in support of what Sam George is saying? Not
that I'm not in support of what Sam George is saying, but I'm not in support of, say, protect one fraction and do not protect another fraction.
We shouldn't, is it?
At the end of the day, we're all human beings. So everybody needs to be protected at the end of the day, because I do not want, people are marrying people that they don't know that are LGBTQ pro. Okay. You are there, no. You are there, no. You just go and then they'll say you are getting married to one man, like, and you can see that he's the man, but deep down the man likes a man. And then behind you, he's going to do things with men.
Grace Carter, is there 740?
Continue. Let's say it how it is. All right, so let's get straight to lubricants.
It's commission back. Lubricants be
to everybody.
So it's commission. Everyone deserves a lubricant.
Everyone deserves protection.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Protection. Well, anti-LGBTQ bill delay gives Parliament chance to revise legislation. This is by Shaibu Mahama. Paxman's former Techiman MFO over 1.3 million Ghana cedis expenditure overrun. Fire at Akosombo substation disrupts power supply. This is by GridCo. Teacher trainees set for April 24 protest over limited recruitment slots. And Mahama assures relief for commuters as Kaswa Winneba road project progresses. And former IGP Paul Tewiakwe is dead. And Angel Maxine is not my gay lover.
Yeah, so yesterday, it was interesting though. What?
It didn't start yesterday, funny enough. This thing started in the beginning of the week, right, where Angel Maxine actually came out and put out on her social media platform that I broke up with you. She said, I broke up with you because I have respect for your wife. And she called the full name of the, Shim called the full name of the wife and said, I respect your wife so much. That is why I broke up with you, but you and I know that we are lovers.
And yesterday, actually, some judge mentioned it to Reverend Intim Fojo. And then Intim Fojo was like, no, nothing of that happened between himself and the Shim. So
yeah,
it's serious. But well, let's bring you some more stories from citynewsroom.com. Starts with this one: no contractor owed a peswa under big push. This is coming from the Minister for Roads and Highways, Governor Kwame Agboja, when they inspected the Winneba road yesterday, Kaswa Winneba road yesterday with the president. This one also says that Ghana mission in South Africa opens 24-hour hotline amid xenophobic concerns. CAF boost operations with 10 million Ghana cedis investment in equipment and research. Also, PAC, Public Accounts Committee sermons, ex-Techiman Finance Officer over 1.3 million Ghana cedis budget overrun. And this one also says that PAC orders recovery of 18,000 Ghana cedis and earned salaries from district education officer. 2.6 million Ghanaians still food insecure despite 91% national consumption level. Sam George slams A's commission for distributing lubricants to gays. Mahama, Kaswa Winneba Highway to be completed by end of 2026. Government deploying digital system to boost revenue. This is coming from Professor Opoku Ajiman. That is our Vice President. This one also says that a fire at GridCo Akosombo substation disrupt power across parts of Ghana. Remain law-abiding. Ghana envoy urges citizens in South Africa. Shaibu Mahama, delay in anti-LGBTQ plus bill offers chance for review. Former IGP Paul Tewiakwe passes on. Kojo Krom to Takrade passengers rail service to resume Friday. This is coming from Bukari Nikpe, Transport Minister. Mahama, Kaswa to Winneba Road progress boost confidence in Ghanaian contractors. So this particular story, let me give you the GridCo one. And we will see if we can be able to have a conversation on that. I'm reading from citynewsroom.com on the GridCo. This says, Ghana Grid Company Limited has confirmed that fire outbreak at its Akosombo substation in the eastern region disrupted power supply to parts of the country. The company said that incident occurred at about 2:01 p.m. on Thursday, April 23, 2026, affecting operations at the facility and temporarily interrupting power transmission. Emergency response team were quickly deployed to the site to contain the situation and begin assessment works aimed at determining the exact extent of damage. According to the company, technical team are currently working to stabilize the system and restore normal power supply as soon as possible. A statement from GridCo assured the public that efforts are ongoing to manage the situation and reduce the impact of the disruption. We wish to assure the public that our technical team are actively working to manage the situation, and every effort is being made to stabilize the system and minimize disruption, the company said. And GridCo added that a full technical evaluation is underway to guide restoration efforts, with further updates expected as more information becomes available. The company has urged the public to remain calm while restoration works continue, stressing that measures are in place to bring the system back to normal operation swiftly. Were you having lights out yesterday?
No.
Oh, so you were in light. Oh, okay, nice. So I really don't know which part of the country actually people had issues with. Maybe, okay, so there are places that people also experience the lighthouse, so Doko, Kaswa, Ablikman, understand maybe Weja part as well, Malam thereabout, Kwashiman thereabout. So if the light is back, let's know. You can actually send us a message so that, we also understand that the light is back at actually 1 a.m. So we are actually trying to ask questions about this, but I think that the fact that GridCo has come out to say that, okay, we've been able to work on this and also we've been able to fix one or two things, I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, so I think we actually have Richmond Ruxon, who's the spokesperson and head of communication of the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition on the line, and maybe he can share more light on this. Okay. Hello, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you? You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you. Good morning to Philip as well.
All right. So let's get straight into it. Can you throw more light on this GridCo issue?
Okay. And so yesterday around 2 p.m., the ministry received information that there was a fire outbreak at the Akosombo substation of GridCo. It's a major incident, and as you know, these are highly complex machines and systems, and occasionally, yes, you would have some faults develop, but fire outbreaks is a major incident. We got a fire service to go there to deal with the situation. Fire was on for a couple of hours yesterday, as at 8:30 p.m. thereabouts. That was when we were able to put out the fire completely. As we speak, we have engineers on field. They've been swiftly mobilized, and then they are on site conducting a thorough assessment to determine the full extent of the damage. But as a precautionary measure, what we were advised and what we did was to shut the other units off to ensure that the system is protected. Of course, you have to make sure that the integrity of the system is safe, the personnel are safe, and then to ensure that you don't cause further damage to the other systems. And so, as we speak, the assessment is still ongoing. I know that a lot of people last night had power interruptions. We sincerely apologize for that. It's not deliberate. I know that a lot of people have panicked because when you hear anything Akusumuri, of course, it's a very major infrastructure when it comes to our power sector. But I want to emphasize that the issue is under control. Even though it's a very fluid situation, we're working tirelessly with our engineers and technical teams who are highly experienced and diligent to ensure that we restore the system back to normalcy. The Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Dr. Jinapo, will be going there any moment from now to assess the situation for himself and also get first-hand briefing on what the issue is. And so once we go there, we'll provide further updates on what the situation is, and then if there are supposed to be any interventions, I'm sure that the government will announce that.
Right. Is this the first time such fire is happening?
Yes. So far as I am concerned, I don't recall any time that we've had a major incident of this nature at the Akosombo substation. And so this will be the first time this is happening.
Right. So while the fixing is going on, or while your engineers are working hard to restore normalcy, are we going to be experiencing some power outage in some areas?
Yesterday, what happened was that the substation, because of the fire, it affected the Malam areas, it affected Okwase, part of Kaswa, and some areas. It's too early to tell whether we'll be having any load management, and we can only be able to give that information when we visit the site to get a first-hand briefing, and then the engineers advise on the resolution of the matter. If it is something that can be dealt with in a couple of hours, I'm sure that there will not be any need for any load management. And so let's get there, get first-hand assessment, and then let's take it from there.
Beautiful. Richmond, the minister has also spoken about some transformers that are being changed and all that. Can you take us through what is happening? What is the update with the changing of the transformers? And people are also complaining of getting some sort of power outages in areas. But the minister has assured that once the transformers are being changed and all these things are happening, we'll be experiencing some power disruptions and power outages and all that. Explain to us further where the changes has gotten to, or what the changes have gotten to, and what next after that.
Yes, what the issue has been over the years is that we've largely concentrated on our generation and transmission. You know, when it comes to power, you have the generation side, you have the transmission side, and you have the distribution side. So the generation side are the thermal plants, the Akosombo dams, they generate the power. And once they generate, they have to transmit the power from the generation point to the distribution side. The distribution side will be ECG and NETCO. Unfortunately, in the last couple of years, because there was practically no interest there was no investment. There's been largely under investment. The machines are obsolete. The equipment have been overloaded. Some of the cables are very old. If you take certain areas, and the minister caused a technical assessment to be done, and we had a comprehensive report. And the report showed clearly that a lot of the areas demand outstrips the infrastructure that exists as we speak. And so if you take an area like Lashibi, the Lashibi substation has a power transformer. The power transformer was installed 22 years ago. 22 years ago, what was the population of Lashibi? What was the demand of Lashibi? What were the kinds of buildings at Lashibi? If you go to Lashibi today, you're seeing apartments, you're seeing duplexes, you're seeing commercial activities. It simply means that the system that was installed 22 years ago will not be enough to be able to deal with the demand. And so we'll have to upgrade those infrastructure to ensure that the infrastructure has an extra capacity, it has the capacity to meet demand of today, and even an extra capacity to meet demand in the next few years. And so that's why the government has rolled out the transformer upgrade and replacement exercise. The goal is to ensure that all these transformer overload issues that we have is dealt with, because once the transformer is overloaded, the system will trip. If the system trips, there will be outage. And that is how come for some people they've experienced intermittent outages. And so you can see that it is not a long hours. You can't say it's maybe 12 hours, 6 hours, but you'll be there, the power will go off, then after a while it comes back, because these are system trips as a result of the overloads. And so we are doing that across the country. Tamale, Kumasi, Accra. So for Accra, we've done Lashibi, we've done Maijo, we've done Chimota. Monday we are moving to Tishinungwa, and for Tishinungwa we are doing that exercise from 27th to 30th of this month. And so you may experience intermittent outages if you are within the Chinungwa area. We've published a timetable. ECG has done that. I also plead with you that you use your medium to also circulate it so that everybody can plan accordingly. Because of the replacement exercise, we've made progress. We've seen significant improvement in some areas. For an area like Achimota, for instance, about a month or two ago, we were getting a lot of complaints from there. Since that replacement exercise, the complaints have reduced drastically. So if you ask people who live there, they will tell you that the outages are not, they're not experiencing outages as they used to experience before. Of course, once there are systems, you expect that from time to time there may be some trips or some issues. Those are normal issues when it comes to electricity or anything that has to do with machines. I'm sure even in your studio, your mixer board, your microphones, from time to time they'll break down. And it happens all over the world. But as I mentioned, we've made significant improvements when it comes to that. And I can assure the good people of Ghana that the government is tackling these issues head on, and that all the challenges that has to do with these outages that we've experienced in pockets of the country will be dealt with. Largely, power supply has been stable, except for the few areas that we are dealing with these pockets of isolated outages.
Right.
Again, is there a timeline for the replacement of the transformers? And also, are you saying that what people may be saying on social media, and people are saying that there is doomsday and all that isn't the case?
Oh, they cannot be doomsday when you have enough generation. When you have a deficit in your generation and you cannot meet your demand, that's when you have load shedding. And so our peak demand is around 4,400 megawatts. Our installed capacity or generation capacity is way above, there's over 5,000. And so we don't have any deficit in demand for us to shed load. And so the generation is done, the transmission is done. But if you have these pockets of issues with the distribution, then it will affect the flow of electricity as it's supposed to be. And so it is not as if that we have a problem when it comes to generating power. No, not at all. And so these issues, and we've been very transparent with the people of Ghana, these issues are largely distribution issues. And for distribution issues, those are the challenges that we've come across, and those are the challenges that we are dealing with. And so for anybody who says it's doom, so of course, for the people of Ghana, the most important thing is that the light is on. Whatever your reason is, they don't care. What they care about is, do I have power? Do I have light? And so I understand when people question that as doom, so but that is not it. We are not shedding load, not at all. When we came into government, as of December 2024, they were shedding load over 705 megawatts. But for about 12 months now, we haven't been shedding a single megawatt of load. And so we don't have any challenge with that at all. What we have, which we are dealing with, will be the distribution problem. And so once the distribution issues are dealt with, you will notice that power supply is stable. And let me also add that I mentioned that these are pockets of outages because there are several areas in Accra, even Accra alone, that do not experience these outages. There are a lot of people. One of your colleagues, your sister station, I spoke to one of the hosts, and he mentioned that for 2 years, said that on air, for 2 years he hasn't seen any outage. And so he doesn't want to even disclose his area so that
so that the outage may get there.
And it's the same. I'm not sure that if you speak to people around the Kanda areas, even around Ministry, part of East Legon Airport, you go to North Kaneshi, those areas, except for these issues that happened yesterday that we are dealing with. Most of them will tell you that they don't experience any outage.
But I was asking if there was a timeline for the transformer replacement? Is it between maybe 1st of April to maybe end of April or to May?
We have the materials available, but you have to do them in phase. Because you see, if you end up replacing the transformers at the same time, the whole country will go off. And everybody will come. So we are doing it in phases. So we'll move from one area to the other area. And then what we intend doing is that we call it a crash program. But what we intend to do that maximum is an emergency program within 0 to 3 months. That's what we are doing, to inject new transformers, new cables in certain areas that have these challenges, new conductors, fuse, poles. So it's a crash program that we are doing within 3 months that we want to be able to deal with all those issues. And so this month alone, ECG is looking at about 11. When they finish, will be 11 power transformers before you get to the distribution transformers. The distribution transformers are installing over 3,000 of those across the country. This has never happened before. This is like the big push version of electricity investment. It has never happened that at the time that seeing this level of investment in the distribution side to be able to deal with power supply. And so we'll plead with the people of Ghana, you bear with us. We're doing this for your own good. We are all Ghanaians. We are also affected by some of these things, so that we live in some areas where we don't experience some of these things. We are all affected. Our families are affected. Our friends are affected. But it's for our own good, and we'll plead that you bear with us as we go through this process to ensure that we have stable electricity supply.
So, as the minister is embarking on a visit to Akosombo this morning, what may be the time for the inspection, and also which of the officials will be there to check the situation at Akosombo? Maybe some form of investigation that will be waded into the whole situation there.
Know that officials from GridCo and VRE were already there, including CEOs, Mr. Edward Kenzo, and then Frank Cotray, engineer Frank, both of them engineers. And so yesterday we're there. We're expecting to go there. The director of power for the ministry is already there, Engineer Suleimana. And so the technical team has been on ground already. Of course, they will give the minister, Dr. Jinapo, the first-hand briefing, and then we'll take it from there. And so we're expecting to go there together with the regulators as well. I'm sure we'll have representatives from PURC and then Energy Commission to have a first-hand briefing, and then after that, the minister will engage the media, and then the government will take certain decisions depending on the briefing that we get from the technical team.
Roxanne, I just want to chip this one in there. PURC made mention of some tariffs that will be off-peak for some companies because of the 24-hour economy. And I know as stakeholders in this space, maybe you would want to share a word or two on this and let us understand how it's going to work and how maybe organizations will benefit from this.
I can't speak for PURC. This is because PURC is not an agency under the ministry. We work closely with them. PURC is a stakeholder when it comes to the power sector, but PURC is an independent institution. And so I'll leave that for Dr. Shafiq.
Okay, so it's not like something you are aware of?
No, I'll come to that.
Okay.
Of course, like I said, we've been engaging with them on that. Of course, the government's flagship policy of 24-hour economy can only be a policy that works well when you have cheaper source of power. And that is what, as a government, we've been working since we came into office. The first thing the minister did was to set up a committee to review, to engage the IPP. The engagement with the IPPs went well. We had a reduction in how much we owed by about $252 million, which is good savings. We also had reduction in tariffs, which is also good. We've also introduced a gas to power policy, which means that we are, instead of relying on expensive liquid fuels, or rather using lots of gas to produce power. The difference between gas and liquid fuel is about 40%, depending on the market price at the time. And if you are spending $1 billion on liquid fuel, for gas, you end up spending about 600 million. And so we've been working towards that. The goal is to ensure that you have cheaper source of cheaper power, and so that these industries that are seek to operate 24 hours in line with the government's policy will be able to roll out that. Of course, the PURC has been engaging the ministry and stakeholders on giving alternative tariffs or reduced tariffs during the night, where a lot of companies operate, to serve as incentives on that. It is something that as a ministry we welcome. We don't think that is a bad policy. Of course, to get people to go out of the normal, they need to be incentivized. And so, yes, we continue to engage them. But the bigger goal as a ministry is to work to ensure that tariffs come down. And if you notice, for the first time, on 1st April, PURC announced a reduction in tariff for electricity and water. That reduction was the highest since 2018. It's something that I'm sure a lot of people have not admitted their minds to. And that should tell you the kind of work that the ministry has done in order to influence the factors that determine what electricity tariffs will be. And so we'll continue to work with them and stakeholders to ensure that we have cheaper tariffs at all times.
Roxanne, thank you so much. But since you be on the road with the minister, we want to say what you leave you. But any final words you want to share with us before you take leave of us?
My final words will be that the commitment of this ministry and the minister, I work closely with the minister. It's not because he's my boss. I see his work ethic. I see how he works tirelessly to see a better sector. There's a minister who at 6 a.m. you meet him in the office. At 10 p.m. he's still working in the office. And it shows you his commitment and then what he wants to achieve for the sector. We will ask for the support of the people of Ghana to ensure that, and then I give them my assurance that we'll leave a better energy sector than what we met it. So far, the results are showing what we met and what we are seeing now. Currently, we are far, far above and then far beyond what we met as a government, but there's still room for improvement. And we assure you that we'll continue to work hard to have a better energy sector, not just the power sector, the petroleum sector, the renewable sector as well.
Richmond Roxon, thank you so much for your time. He's a spokesperson and head of communications at the Energy Ministry, and he's joined us this morning to tell us what happened at Akosombo yesterday. And we understand the minister will be going there together. He's going to meet some officials. Investigation has started so that we will know exactly what happened there. And the fact that parts of the country experienced power outage yesterday as a result of what happened. GridCo issued a statement. We know that Malam Kaswa, unfortunately for Chris, she didn't observe any. So you slept in a fan or air conditioning. Yeah. So you were okay, and others were sleeping in heat. Yeah. Why are you speechless? You don't want to say anything about it.
No.
Why you don't want us to know the location so that next time Doomsaw will catch you. But anyway, Roxy says that there isn't any Doomsaw. Well, he says that what the government is doing, which is the replacement of the transformers, is actually going on, but all kind of happening at once. So it needs to happen at different times, at different places. So on Monday, they'll be moving to Teshi. So people of Teshi, please prepare yourself. You just experience power outage for some few hours, and maybe it's going to come back. He ruled out the fact that there isn't any Doomsaw because we actually haven't generated enough power for distribution. So you wouldn't have the cause to say that it's actually Doomsaw. So just to allay your fears out there, that even if you experience power outage within a period of time, it's still going to come back. This is coming from the communications director or head of comms at the Energy Ministry, Roxane that is Richmond Roxanne, who we spoke to not long ago. So the Energy Minister will be going to Akosombo to check the situation there and all that. And trust us here on Channel 1 TV that we'll be bringing you update of whatever is going to happen, what the Minister will be saying, and what the investigation will actually bring, what the investigation will actually bring out, or the findings. We'll bring it to you here on the show. But Chris, you don't often experience power outage in your area, I guess.
Not really.
Wow. Do you mind sharing where you stay?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to share it, and then the village people will remember me and say, oh, okay, let's work with them, take their life. No.
But actually, Roxy said that he spoke to a journalist at a sister station.
And the journalists don't want to share.
And the journalist
so
was
I
like,
really
and the journalist
don't
was
want
like,
to share at this point.
For 2 years, I haven't experienced any power outage, but I wouldn't want to disclose where I stay. There was a video I saw somewhere. Was it a video and audio? We're actually experiencing power outages for a very long time. Doomsop, what we call it in the local parlance. And someone actually called ECG. I was like, my light has been on for like 48 hours to 72 hours. So won't you give me light off?
But you see, one thing I also like about ECG, which I'm going to give them this one.
Oh, okay.
I think they're very responsive when they want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, they will ask you where, they will ask you to go out, check the location, send them the geo address, and then you send it to them, and then something definitely will be done about it. Sometimes, I feel like people need to be proactive with the calls, because sometimes you can actually call ECG and they'll tell you, sorry, we do not have a report. So that means no one has called.
Nobody has called yet.
So I think we should. They know me lah.
You call. Immediately
there
you
was
call.
one time I was staying in one area like this. So when they see my number, hi Christy.
Yeah. I want to say a very good morning to my
Christy.
ECG friends and Nok Mensa with I think a Timota or Dome branch. Soa is also there, who is a district engineer, and also Carl Ankra, who is also with the headquarters of ECG. A very good morning to all three of you. And make sure that when we bring problems that you solve it. Do you have an issue with me, ECG? You have an issue. One of these days I'll bring it on air.
Yeah, so in case you want your number, it's 0302 611 611.
Do you work at ECG?
I said I know the thing off here. I said the area I was staying before the light was going off. Every minute was the epilepsy. Light was...
OJ will say he's doing mugwe.
I said, why, what is this? I said, to the extent they knew my number. So when I even moved to another area and I called, and they're like, is it the same? No, I said, I'm no more here. I'm here, right?
So right now, you're no more with them.
I'm in a different place now. So I'm reporting from I'm calling from a different place about this issue. So they've been
So the new place you moved to, you don't really experience that like the old place.
What's that?
Well, maybe the new place, that's where the big guys are.
I don't understand.
You don't understand.
I don't understand these things. You want me to mention my area? I won't.
You want to mention the place?
I won't mention my area.
Aside this thing that we do here, I'm also a journalist, so we will definitely find out where she stays. Anyway, so we have an autism conversation on the show every Fridays.
Yeah, because of Autism Awareness Month, which is April.
Yeah, so we will be bringing you this conversation right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us here on Channel 1 TV Breakfast Daily. We'll be back with more on the show.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini ehu behia se metwa sapapadia to ama me manfo Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients eno ene bɔ me se ho ban e ma ne sren ne sanso mama hotoso e wo bedwam.
Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Join us on Footprints this Friday as we sit down with Ambassador Major General Francis Edu Amanfo, retired, a Ghanaian military officer and diplomat, as he takes us through a career that spans defense intelligence and regional diplomacy across West Africa.
President Kufuor has taken over and he has appointed General Hamidou. I know you heard the name.
I know him very well.
General Hamidou as his national security advisor.
I know him.
And then rumor had gone to them that, oh, it is Rollins who put me there, so I'm an NDC man. I will sabotage them. General Hamidou went to the president's office. They were there for about 30 minutes. Hey, what's happening? And I'm sitting out here. I entered. The president offered me a seat. I sat down. And when he raised his head, he asked me, which school did you attend? Then I said, I attended Prempeh College. Then he laughed. He did not ask me any more questions. All he said was that at that time I was a brigadier general. General, go back to your office and do your work. And that is how I continued to work in President Kufuor's administration.
Prempeh College did the trick.
Alumni.
Footprints airs every Friday at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello everyone, it's still Breakfast Daily and you are welcome back. Now it's time for us to get into a conversation that will interest you because this is an issue that affects so many people, even you that might be watching, and it's the issue of autism. And as we all know, April is Autism Awareness Month and we've been talking about autism every Friday. So today we're going to be looking at another topic, and this topic is something we usually do not think about because everyone is focused on the autistic child or the autistic person and never focusing on the parents or the people that are taking care of the person. So today we're going to be looking at mental health supports for parents with autistic children. And in studio with us, we have Dr. Christine Mabel-Pierre, who is a clinical psychologist at Mission Pediatrics. You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
How
it's a
are
pleasure
you?
to be here.
Oh,
I'm
thank
well.
you. All right. So we are going to go straight into the conversation. So like I said, often we focus on the child and never the parent. So how common is anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and all that when it comes to the parents of children with autism?
It's high. So the parents of children with autism, they go through a lot. So depression, for instance, is about 45% of them will end up with clinical depression. And then anxiety
they will
is even
end
higher.
up with that. So even if they didn't have it before, they will definitely end up with
Yes, because it's almost like a grieving process. When you have a child, everybody has a dream of when they have a baby, what that life is going to be like. And then when you are informed that, oh, this child has a neurodevelopmental issue, they might not be able to talk, they won't understand the social back and forth like the average child. It's almost as if you've lost something. So you go through this grieving process, sometimes denial, and you end up, for a lot of them, not all of them, depending on the support they get. If they don't get the sufficient support, they'll end up with depression, about 45%.
Wow.
For the anxiety, is even higher. So 60% of parents end up with anxiety.
And why is that?
Because there's a lot of uncertainty. When we think of anxiety, it's about not knowing
being
the
anxious.
future.
Yeah.
Exactly, not knowing, will things be okay for me? Will things be okay for my
the
child?
child.
What would their future look like? What will my family members say? What would the community say? How would they treat us? Can we go out? Will people be looking at us? So they are constantly on edge. They are constantly unsure. They are constantly upset. And when it's chronic, it's every day, then it ends up an anxiety disorder for the parents.
Wow. So you are a clinical psychologist, and I'm sure you deal with a lot of parents of kids with autism. And how does it feel like when they first receive the diagnosis that, I'm sorry, I think your child has a neurodevelopmental issue and this child might be autistic or will end up being autistic? Walk us through the whole emotional journey that the parents often go through.
Yeah. So for many parents, we as the professionals, we know that, as you rightly said, is a journey. It's not something where you will tell them that day that your child has autism spectrum disorder and they'll go and live their lives. For some of them, the first stage is denial. They might go for a second opinion. They might say it's not true. In Ghana, a lot of times they'll say, no, somebody has done something to my child. They'll go to a spiritualist, try and, change things in the spiritual realm. So denial is usually the first step. And then after the shock wears off, they become angry. They are angry. Some are angry at their spouses.
And I'm sure the women take the brunt,
They do.
The women take the brunt a lot because they are the carriers of the babies.
Exactly. So your child, the child that you gave me, what have you brought into the world? So some of the spouses, sometimes it's the father that's angry, but sometimes the mother is also angry. Sometimes they're angry at the child. Sometimes they're angry at God.
Especially if it's the first child, right?
Especially if it's the first child. And that fear comes with it too, of, hey, so what if all my children will end up with this disorder? And so there's a lot of anger. And then afterwards is the journey towards acceptance. So they start it's almost the stages of grief. So with the stages of grief, there's 5. There's denial, anger, then bargaining,
then acceptance, and all
right,
that,
then depression, then the acceptance. So they start. Some will bargain with God. If I do this, please make sure you heal my child. They try to find a way to make it back to the normal, and then the sadness sets in when they realize that this is the situation. And then for the lucky few, acceptance. Some never get to the acceptance stage.
So that's when some leave their wives and child.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. When they leave, they want nothing to do with it, and so they don't look back. They walk away, and then one parent is left with the situation.
Handle it all.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they go through a lot.
Now let's talk about the stigma, because obviously we just talked about people getting angry at their spouse and even leaving their spouse to handle it all alone, and even blaming them that this is what you brought to the world, and especially women taking the brunt. Now in Ghana, there's a stigma around this whole thing, but how can family actually help, extended family help, and even friends, how can they help? Because I feel like the stigma usually come from people who are ignorant.
Exactly.
From ignorant people, people who do not know, people who are only spiritually inclined and not probably educated on this issue. So now how can people who know a bit, who are a little bit more educated, a little bit open-minded, help?
Yeah. So the first step is the spreading the awareness, right? At some point we did an outreach in the northern parts of Ghana, and a lot of the mothers were telling us that they were told to walk their child to the river and leave the child there, right? Because the belief was that you've been cursed and this child is evil in some way. Now, if you know that, look, this is a neurodevelopmental issue, there are people who are diagnosed with autism that end up with good lives. Because the truth is, when someone has autism, it's a difference, but for instance, they might see color differently. I've met a girl who, she paints. She's almost nonverbal. She can't say much. But when that girl puts paint to the canvas, I don't know how she does it, but it's beautiful every single time. I've met another boy with autism who, he remembers every date. So it's like if you tell him, oh, on 29th August 1979, this happened, he'll remember it. But back and forth conversation, how are you? I'm fine. That one, he doesn't know how to do it.
We actually had one here in the studio who can speak 7 languages without having to go to any of the schools, and he was very young.
Amazing, right? And
from
so
nowhere,
it's the
and the
knowledge.
parents can't even speak. They only speak English and probably Twi.
Yeah.
But
so
he could speak different languages.
imagine a baby with that potential, and because of the stigma and our lack of knowledge, we say take the baby to the river and let them die. Meanwhile, they could grow up to be this amazing individual, but just because they don't fit the box, you know, the normal of what we are used to, we're pushing it aside. So family members, anyone who has the knowledge, oftentimes even the parents themselves, I say, are the biggest advocates. They are the ones that push. In a country, for instance, they push the limits to what, you know, the laws say what's accepted around these disorders. They have to speak up, you know, and let people know that this is not a curse, it's not evil, it's just a difference. There's Down syndrome, there's, you know, we have different complexions. There's always difference in humanity. And so if we can look past and accept the difference, and then start to look for the good in it, it'll help us, it'll help the family, it'll help the parents, it will help the country.
Right, so we just talked about the unique strengths that some of the children have. How can a parent actually discover the unique strength of that child?
Yeah, so they have to be open-minded, right? And they have to explore. So from childhood, you are putting different things in front of the child just to see. Just because they may not be saying mama, dada, but put a bowl of water, put some toys, put some letters, the magnet letters or the wooden letters, be talking to them normal, the social interaction, still be doing it, and just see what comes out. The same thing we do for the children that we think, oh wow, this child is so gifted. We do the same thing for them just to see what their specific strengths will be. And we take it one small step at a time. Right. So if it's play and they seem to not know what to do with the blocks, then you guide them. Sometimes you even hold their
hands to put it together.
To put it together and see what they eventually pick up. And children learn.
So we are also in a society right now that everybody wants to just do things themselves. And I don't know if it's a right way to behave. And yeah, someone like me, especially, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm one of those people that just want to do everything by myself. It's like I almost
independent.
Yes, I can't ask for help, and I don't know how to ask for help. I just started learning that recently, and I'm sure that I'm sure there are people like that. So imagine someone like that also being a parent and wants to handle everything by themselves. What would you encourage them to do on how to come out from that? Because obviously you are a psychologist. You are the one that can tell us, do this, do that, ask for help and all that.
Ask for help. Find a community.
Okay, so it's about community.
It's about community. Don't do it alone. Especially when you think about the mental health burden of having to do this alone. It's too heavy.
How does the community help?
The community, you'll find other parents who have been through the exact same situation as you. They have tips, they have ways of managing the child that could be, really eye-opening for you. And you don't know until you ask. And then also just knowing that you're not alone in the situation, especially if you're in a society that doesn't understand. Being around people who know exactly what you're going through, who would tell you that, don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong, it's not your fault, you're a good dad, you're a good mom, and will guide you and support you. You can laugh with them. Sometimes you can even laugh about some of the behaviors that your children do, they are similar. But having that community is so key to the parents' mental health.
All right. Let's talk about some of the behaviors that the children exude, like stimming. What is stimming?
So stimming is stimulation. So it's a shortened version of the word, finding or seeking stimulation. And children with autism often have what they call sensory sensitivities. So they might either be hypersensitive, right? So things affect them differently. Maybe even
like
just
sound.
Sound is a big one.
Like I've seen that. They're just like
they'll cover their
ear, and they just make movements. I've seen so many.
And for some of us, the way to understand it is sometimes when we hear like nails on a chalkboard.
Ooh, I don't like
exactly
that.
that reaction.
You see, I just had goosebumps because I don't like that.
So now magnify that times 10.
Ooh.
A child with autism could just hear a car passing by,
and it feels
just
like that.
It feels like that to them. So they're hypersensitive, right? And so they're seeking ways in which to calm their body down. And then on the reverse, some are hyposensitive. It's like they need more stimulation to feel calm. So you'll find that they might be spinning a lot.
Yes, and
some of them love the swing.
They walk around.
Right, they walk around.
They want to touch
pace,
everything.
They put things in their mouth.
They touch everything.
To explore.
You're pulling things from them. No, leave me.
Exactly, and everything has a function. So if you're looking at it from the outside, you're saying like, hey, what is he doing? I didn't know yet. Like, what's this happening? But if you understand that he's looking for stimulation, so give him the stimulation. Like, find a swing, let him spin around.
Let him
do something. And then he'll be calm. And then you can work with him.
That's very, very interesting. But for parents who don't understand that, how can they begin to know which one is hyposensitive and hypersensitive?
Observation. You have to become a scientist in your house and observe. So you observe and you're trying to understand, because every behavior has a function. There's no behavior that is just for nothing. There's always a reason behind it. And every child is different too. So observation is first, and then doing the research. So if you have the community, you call the other mother and say, hey, does your child also do this thing? Like, what is it? I don't understand. She might have some advice for you, or he might have some advice for you. Then you go online, research it. Oh, okay, maybe so for instance, some of them, if you wrap them with a tight blanket or a heavy blanket, they are soothed, right? So for instance, I was talking to one mother who said, my child is not sleeping. I don't understand. It's as if, and I said, sometimes pressure is very soothing. So just get a heavy blanket and let them wrap tight. And it worked, right? And now the child is sleeping through the night. So knowledge is power. Ask, talk, research, observe, try and understand the behaviors and just take it one step
and you see, I think
this
will be stressful for parents who don't know all this, and learning and unlearning each day. But now, being in a family that there are other children involved, and being in a family where the two parents are also involved, how can this affect, or how can raising an autistic child affect the other children and also the other parent, or both parents?
Yeah, it can put a lot of stress on the family. Sometimes it stresses the marriage, right? The relationship, where there's more arguing, they are disagreeing about what to do with the child. And then for the children, oftentimes they might feel abandoned or left out because all the energy and all the money, the support, the attention is on this one child. And as for me, nobody is minding me. So they might even start to act up.
Wow.
Right.
So how do you involve them?
So you can involve them by getting them to help, right? So letting, especially when they are younger, say, wow, big sister, oh, you're so helpful. Please take the cup for me. See if you can feed your baby brother. So getting them to feel like they are part of the team and that they are really important to the process. Also finding quality time. So this one, I say it's knowing that it's very difficult for most families to do. But if you can find quality time for the other children, even if it's that maybe the child with autism, you've occupied them with something, and then for 15 minutes you say, Kweku, this one is me and you. Mommy won't have her phone. Anything you want to tell me, we are playing. There'll be no interruptions, and just letting them know. But if you have to do it frequently, right? Or at least consistently. So maybe for
every Saturday?
Kwame is Saturday. Sometimes I tell the parents the day of the week they are born, just to help you remember. Or maybe you say Saturday or Sunday afternoon, you will get your 20 minutes so that they don't feel abandoned. And then for the spouse as well, right?
The same thing.
Same thing. The husband or the wives, they also need their quality time. Let the sister or Auntie Amma or somebody watch the children so that we get time with each other. It has to be intentional.
Now, there's also a tendency of people hiding their children out of shame. What would you advise them?
Please don't do it. Don't do it. Because so children feel, and that shame, they're going to internalize it.
The autistic child can
The
feel that?
autistic child, yes. So we also often assume that somehow they are not picking up what's going on. If you're hiding a child, one, you're affecting their mental health, but two, you're actually limiting what they can learn.
They can learn and what they can do.
Exactly, because maybe they'll go outside, they're watching people, they're seeing that, oh, okay, people talk back and forth. They didn't realize it naturally, but as they're growing teenage years, they start to pick up that, oh, when someone talks, then the other person talks. It's like passing a ball. Because they are exposed to society. If you hide them in the room, none of that is going to happen.
Wow. So if you can actually give one last advice to parents who are dealing, or I don't want to say dealing, but parents who have managing autistic children, what would that be? One powerful one.
Okay. So my advice is that you are blessed. You have been put into your child's life for a reason. You are the perfect person to make their lives worthwhile. So take it on with intentionality. Be that advocate for them. Be their counselor, be their teacher, be their parent, and make sure that you're giving it your all. Don't give up, and then find the community so that you yourself find the strength to keep on going.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Christine Marbel-Pierre. Where can people reach out to you?
So I'm at Mission Pediatrics. I can give the number out. So the number is 055. Hold on, let me make sure. 475 9777.
Right.
All right. So that's
Say that again.
055 475 9777. Let me just double check. We have multiple numbers at Mission, so I want to make sure it's the right one. Okay.
All right, so while she is checking, we would like to remind you that if you're a parent with autistic children, all you need to do is also find a community and also get talking with a psychologist, because it's going to help you. We understand the stress that you go through. We understand that it can be very daunting sometimes, but at the end of the day, like she said, we need community. We need people that can actually help us. And you can also be the advocate. So all this ignorance and also, stigmatization stops. So you be the advocate of what's going on in your life.
Okay. Right. I have the number now. It was 050 475 9777.
Right. Again?
So 050 475 9777.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Christine Marbel-Pierre. She's a clinical psychologist at Mission Pediatrics. Call the number and you can get to talk to them for them to help you, with all this. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be, bringing you more on the show.
Kicking your year off in all her glory. With more, because we got you.
You get it?
You know that. We got kicks. We got scores. We got action. We got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama. We got fun. We got more for everyone. With an upgrade on us, just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
Are you planning to relocate from your company office or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding, and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
And all their modern ambition pace. There is no margin for error. So much here is familiar.
Over 1900 games brought us here.
There is not a sporting heat quite like this.
But history doesn't care about the journey.
The Premier League is the best league in the world.
La Liga is far and beyond the biggest winner.
It only remembers how it ends.
You bought it. There's no other word. You bought it.
8 titles. 1 month of mayhem to decide them all.
That is outstanding from Patrick Dorgan.
Stay connected and watch DSTV to catch the football season finale this May. It's on.
This week on the Upside Down Show, Firma Edunyame hosts the CEO of the National Petroleum Authority, Eduji Tamaklo. In a revealing one-on-one, he reflects on his humble beginnings, shares his views on governance, and breaks down the mandate of the NPA beyond the headlines.
We want to get to know you because there's not much information on you. You're growing up and stuff like that out there. Is it deliberate?
So my dad was a driver. Yes. For a long time, he was a driver. My mom, a trader. And so through the two, I mean, like we always say, they gave birth to me.
Yeah.
Which the things that I went through in Legon, and I'll tell you this. So once we're in Legon, one of the things that we used to do a lot was vacation work.
Any work?
Any work. But ours was not international, local.
So you are still doing any working locally? Who do you think can step in the shoes of President Mahama to say that, yes, I can boldly take the mantle and lead the NDC to the 2028 elections?
So our party is a party of possibilities.
Right.
And all the individuals you've named.
It could be anybody.
Beautifully, any one of them can beat Dr. Baumia.
Catch the Upside Down Show on Channel 1 TV this Sunday at 7 p.m. prompt.
We continue our conversation on Lifeline this week on the topic, Healing After Heartbreak, Moving On Without Bitterness. So, make a date with Bishop Fred Kranchimensa and his guest, Professor Osafo-Edu on Lifeline.
Then right. And that doesn't help your healing.
Lifeline airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. prompt, only on Channel 1 TV.
Grateful that he stayed with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. That was an interesting conversation Chris Carter had with a doctor there on autism. And I'm sure every Friday you'll be joining us. Oh, we have been done.
Yeah,
we are done.
Yeah, this is the last one. Yeah. But if you want to watch a repeat of any of the conversations that we had on autism, all you need to do is head to our YouTube channel and you can get a recap of all the discussions that we've had here on autism, obviously, because this is an issue that affects so many families around the world, and Ghana, it's not exempted.
So now we have to talk about the reason why we are in the jerseys. Every Friday, you know, we bring you the World Cup Central later in the day at 3 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. Yao Eje Minta is in studio with a sports team to tell us what Carlos said yesterday. Is Carlos actually bringing us the cup or not? You're welcome.
Oh, thank you very much, Chris.
I like what Carlos said. He says that it's a continuation from where Otto left off, and he is grateful to Otto Addo for qualifying the Blacks or Ghana to the World Cup.
Oh yeah, I mean, it comes with its own pressure, but like if you want to,
that was a diplomatic talk.
It was a diplomatic talk because I mean, at the end of the day, he said, he wants to build on.
No, but that's the right thing to say, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
what I'm
need
saying.
to acknowledge
your
this thing.
No, apart from being diplomatic, you cannot bring another man down just to make yourself look good.
Oh, I mean,
because you will end up shooting yourself at the feet if you do not do better.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, maybe he was a bit lost. It was a bit lost in translation. I mean, with the choice of words that he used. I mean, continuing is the best word, but he said he wants to build on Otto Addo's legacy. I mean, if you say legacy, then it means there's something that has lasted for a while, and Otto Addo did so well. That's what constitutes legacy. But per what Otto Addo did, I mean, there's no legacy. I mean, what is legacy?
You still don't believe in Otto Addo?
I mean, what is legacy
for nothing at all? It's Otto's regime that will qualify.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
to World Cup.
That's what I'm saying. That if the right word should have been, right phrase should have been, I'm coming to continue from where Otuado left off. But maybe, like I said, it got lost in translation. I mean, he's not, English is not his first language. So,
what's his first language?
Portuguese. He's Portuguese. I mean, he's Portuguese. So maybe that's why he said what he said.
I mean, he was coached.
Using, he's properly coached. I mean, dealing with the media. I mean, you served as the head coach of Real Madrid. You served as assistant manager of Manchester United. You definitely be well coached when it comes to handling the press. And we saw that with the way Chris Hutton, our former Black Stars head coach, handled the press. He handled it so well because he's been coached to be able to do or deal with such situations. That's what the elite clubs, they do. Every person, from once you're a public figure, you will be coached in your media relations and how to handle the press. So I wasn't surprised with how he handled the press, how cool and calm he was, and how composed he was at the presser. What absolutely pissed me off at the presser was the nonsense that has to stop. Where it's a presser, it is for the media, but you go there and the Ghana Supporters Union or football supporters, the supporters unions have taken up over, the entire place. Then you find journalists sitting on the floor. You find journalists not being able to occupy seats and literally fighting with a supporter over a chair, over a seat. When it is a press conference.
The whole thing is a press conference. It's a press conference
for the media and not for supporters. And they will be disruptive the whole time. Ketokre will say something, then they will be shouting and drumming. Game changer, game changer. What nonsense is that? What nonsense is that? We are there to work. We are not there to play games. It's a press briefing. It's a press briefing. We are there to work. Engage the coach.
I think at this point you should give Jim Minter a close-up shot so that you know
because of the way the whole atmosphere is set up. Because of the way the whole atmosphere is set up. Because of the way it is so choked with so many people who shouldn't be there. It doesn't even give the journalists the chance to be able to properly engage the coach. Because it's like you want to finish as soon as possible. If you are the coach, if you are the GFA, media relations, Kurt and Henry Asantuchum and co. Because the whole situation is chaotic. And it has to stop. This isn't the first time that it has been brought to the attention of the GFA. Even at the press, I remember one of Otuado's presses, I was there. When Ohene Brenya, he used to be, I think he's still at Happy FM, but he's one of the executives at SWAG, the Sports Writers Association of Ghana. He raised that concern there. And one of the supporters was going at him. They had a brief exchange. It got a little bit heated, but the tensions died down a little bit, and we're able to go our separate ways. And it has still not been solved or resolved. It has to stop. We are there to work. It is a press conference. It is not a football supporters union conference. If you want to have your press conference, you can have your press conference. But this is the time for pressmen to engage the coach. Yeah. Earlier that day, he unveiled himself, or he got unveiled to the sports minister, because he's going to be working indirectly with him. He's going to be working directly with the FA officials. Another party that he's going to be working directly is the press.
The media, yeah.
He goes to meet the FA people, no supporters union. He goes to meet the sports minister, no supporters union. Then it's time to meet the press. Then you have the whole place invaded by supporters unions.
Could it also be that the supporters union know that the press may be carrying it live, so international bodies will be watching? So let's give it some fans, like the way we got the fans at the airport.
Exactly, the airport. You had your moment at the airport.
Yeah, that's your moment.
What business do you have at the press conference?
Whose duty is it to ensure that the supporters union do not evade the space? Could it be that the GFA's...
Yes, it's
the GFA.
Okay,
it should be the GFA.
So that's the communication
director.
It's
the GFA, Henry Asantuchum. It's the GFA and the various supporters union heads. It's their responsibility. If no one will tell you, you should be responsible enough to know that this is not the place that you go and be doing your drumming and chanting and those things.
I was actually listening and watching at the same time. The place was very noisy.
Very loud, very noisy, very chaotic. And sometimes it gets to the point where tensions boil over, and there's a tendency for even fights to break out. And this is a press conference. And this is a press conference, and you find a supporter or supporters fighting with a press man or a media person over a chair.
Wow.
And that person cannot sit, think about what he wants to ask the coach, and go ahead and ask it, because he is being pressed from all over the place, being pushed, being shoved all over the place, because a supporter has already taken up that space. What sort of nonsense is that? It must stop. The GFA, you guys have to put a stop to it.
No, because I actually understand
why. It's utterly unprofessional.
No, I understand where you're coming from, because even looking at other people's press conference, we never see this.
So organized.
It's so organized, and especially this has to do with the media. So if it has to do with the media, it should have just been left for the media.
For the media.
That's it.
And I mean, I blame the GFA for this, because if they say we should put a stop to it, it will stop.
It will stop.
But because they've kept quiet and stood aloof, it has encouraged them. Because if you do not act, someone will act for you.
Probably we won't say they have kept quiet. Probably
that's what I'm saying. Like they've stood aloof.
They don't know better. They know better.
I mean, this guy, you see, that's why people go hard at the GFA and people think that it's personal. It's not personal. These people know more than even I do. GridCo has a master's in sports management.
Oh, nice.
From the University of Liverpool. Why, he doesn't know all this? He knows all this. Henry Asantuchum, I used to watch Henry Asantuchum on sports highlights. GTV. When he used to sit in as a substitute for Kwame.
So they know, but they chose not to do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they stand aloof. He's been a media relations officer for God knows how long, with Dreams FC and with Black Stars for the past 5 years. So how do you not know that a press conference is supposed to be for pressmen, and you go there and supporters unions have taken over the place, and they are causing chaos and mayhem all over the place, and disturbing pressmen from being able to do their job. It is nonsense and stupid. It has to stop.
Wow, this morning you really hit. But anyway, let's come down to the questions that journalists asked. Do you think that the journalists were able to get enough chance to ask the questions?
I mean, they asked
the kind of questions they asked, and Carlos's response.
Yeah, I think they asked the right questions, but the main questions that we wanted him to respond to, he gave a simple answer that pretty much curtailed any room for further questions. He said he wouldn't speak specifically on player personnel. He said he won't speak specifically on player personnel, and that pretty much killed it, because the juice was centered around the players.
But maybe he may have seen the players from afar, but he hasn't
interacted or had issues.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, if you're coming into a situation like the Black Stars situation, the one we have now, there isn't enough time before the World Cup. I mean, it is only fair that you can speak on a few issues regarding player personnel, because you do not have time. But he says he doesn't want to speak on it, and he would rather focus on himself and what he has to bring for the to the team. And what he went on was saying that if we have the ball, we will attack as much as we can, and if we do not have the ball, we will fight as much as we can to get the ball. And all he cares about is winning. He doesn't believe in, I'm an offensive-minded coach, I'm a defensive-minded coach.
What do we
all he
care
cares
about
is winning.
He's a winning coach. What do the supporters care about?
That's what he said. That's what he said. I mean,
but what do you care about?
What I do care about, I mean, it depends on the context, because if it's a knockout tournament, all you care about is winning. But if it is a situation where you have to play qualifiers and those friendly games and those kind of things, it is not just about winning, it's about how you win.
How you win.
Yes, anyway. Because if you win ugly all the time, your margin for error is very small. Because you do not play pleasing football, you play quote-unquote I am share ball, heart-in-mouth moments all the time. But if you win, we'll keep cool.
Which of the coaches?
But if you do not win, then the built-up anger comes out and it explodes. That's why I'm saying, like, if you play ugly and you win all the time, your margin for error is very small. But if you play, entertaining football, expansive football, all of those kind of stuff, and you do not win necessarily, your margin for error is a little bit wider than before because they'll give you room for you to be able to turn those beautiful phases of your game into wins. So you buy a little bit more time than someone who always wins ugly.
Which of the coaches did the one goal project with us?
Milovan,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We have excerpts of actually what transpired there yesterday. Let's bring you the excerpts after we would continue engaging Yao Minta here in the studio.
Coach Carlos Queiroz signed a 4-month contract that will see him manage the Black Stars during the 2026 FIFA World Cup campaign. According to the head of communications for the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante Chum, Carlos Queiroz is expected to bring in 5 additional backroom staff to support the national team, with Desmond Ofer as the main assistant coach. Despite earlier speculation, assistant coach for the Black Stars John Pencil and goalkeepers coach Fatal Dauda are expected to retain their roles.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I also mention that Coach Carlos Queiroz, in conjunction with the Football Association leadership, have agreed to bring in 5 new staff members to support his work, and they will be working as backroom staff members. 5. As we go along in the coming days, the Football Association will make an official announcement regarding their names and their specific roles.
The 73-year-old, speaking at his inaugural press conference after being named Black Stars coach, says he will bring in over 4 decades of experience to help the team secure victories. Carlos Queiroz also downplayed concerns about his style of play, stressing that his priority is winning with Ghana. He added that only qualified players will earn call-ups to the national team.
I must say that after 8 national teams and a couple of important competitions, this is the biggest challenge of our mountain bike, and I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. I can promise and guarantee to you that I will bring you 40 years of my knowledge and experience in every single discipline.
So that report was actually filed by Jude Mensah Duncan yesterday. He also saw at the presser and came through with this report. But Yao still has issues with how the organization went and how the supporters union were allowed to evade the place, carrying the sculpture of the Ghana, of the map of Ghana, and disturbing the whole place and all that. Anyway, so let's get into what Carlos said.
He said that Ghana is. He wants to turn Ghana from a football nation or a country that produces football into champions. So he wants Ghana to turn its talent and its history, everything that Ghana has into a championship kind of country or nation. And he also went ahead to say that he doesn't mind taking risk when it comes to particularly his player selections and how he handles the playing personnel. Then he went ahead to talk about the Ghana Premier League, that he doesn't mind inviting players who are Ghana-based to the national team, provided they are quality enough to be able to play for the national team at the top level. And so, those were the pickouts or the standouts picks for me.
Did any question on interference come in there?
Oh no, I mean, one issue also that he talked about was his backroom staff. I mean, there was major conversation about who was going to be retained from Otuado's crew and who was going to be let go because of Carlos Queiroz's appointment. And not him directly, but Harry Asante Chung, who's the media relations officer for the Black Stars, he made it clear that Desmond Ofer will be retained, Fatal Dauda will be retained as the goalkeeper coach. Desmond Ofer will be retained as assistant head coach, and John Painter will also be retained. And quite a number of people have issues with that, because are they going to be on the government's payroll, or is the GFA going to pay those guys? Because for instance, Fatah Dauda, Carlos Queiroz is bringing in his goalkeeper's trainer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so what is going to be his
I think
role?
I've heard Godfred Akoto Boafo mention that he would be very amazed if Fatah Dauda is let to go. Let's go.
I mean, that's him. But I wouldn't have any issues if he's let go, because at the end of the day, he's had enough experience with the Black Stars. He's hung around the Black Stars. Let's forget about his playing career, but as a coach or as a goalkeeper's trainer, he's had enough time with the Black Stars. And if
for how long has he been with them?
At least he's been with them for, I think, at least 3 years.
Oh, but that's not enough.
Oh, I mean, it's enough. I mean, 3 years with the Black Stars. What experience again do you want? And so, for me, I think they should come clear on that bit. Are they going to be on the payroll of the GFA? The GFA going to take care of their payments, or it is going to be added to the budgets that the Ghana government has to take care of, which implies we have to take care of. That is my only issue. If a guy like Desmond Ofe, I'm pretty sure, he's kept on, I'm okay with that, because it is clear as day and night that he's a Ketokreku guy, and as long as Ketokreku is there, they will always find a place for him to be there. And it's very likely that in the near future, he will become the Black Stars head coach.
How many years more is Ketch having to stay there?
I mean, the last executive congress was 2024.
I think, was it what they did at Ningo Pram?
That was the ordinary congress.
Okay,
that's when they adjusted his the presidential term. They increased it from 2 to 3. The presidential term limit.
Okay.
Yes, that you can initially the limit was at 2 terms.
2 terms,
but they went to votes and they agreed to extend it to 3 terms. Okay. So Ketch will be around till 2027, 2028.
Wow.
Yeah, that period. Yeah. So as long as he is there, Ketokreku is there, Desmond Ofe will always have a spot on the national team. And it's very clear that they are grooming him to become the next Black Stars head coach or future Black Stars head coach. And I'm okay with it. But John Payton and Fatah Dauda, I don't get.
John Payton, what's his role there?
He was an assistant, one of the assistant coaches there. And I don't have a problem if you are the assistant head coach and you pass on a message and the coach doesn't take it. But at least let your influence be felt or seen. You were played as a right full back all your career. But the Black Stars consistently have had issues at the right full back position. Then what job are you doing there?
Okay.
Then what job are you doing there? Then so you must be sacked.
Wow.
If you cannot go and scout for a proper right full back for Ghana or right full backs for Ghana, and you played as a right full back almost your entire career with the Black Stars at Fulham and all the teams you play for, Nottingham Forest and Co. Liberty Professional, from Bekum Chelsea, then what's the point in having you there as an assistant manager? And on top of that, the worst part was our last international friendly games against Austria and Germany. Marvin Senaya, who was being courted by Togo because he's also eligible to play for Togo, he decided to pick Ghana. He was invited, but he never saw the field.
Why?
As a right full back.
Why?
I don't know.
Some unseen hands are playing in there.
At this point, I would say it was Otuado's decision. But if you, the assistant manager, can't get to a point where the right full back has been invited and he didn't play, but a guy who is a central midfielder and can play as a right full back, but does not like playing as a right full back, ended up playing both games in that position, that is Caleb Urenchi, then what's the point in you having you there as an assistant coach?
Wow. When is it expected that the country would name his court for?
For the World Cup, May 30.
Oh, so you have like a month?
Yeah, a month more. By May 30, May 31, based on the time difference.
Which people are you thinking will be maybe part of the squad?
Quite a number of them, I mean the regular names. But what I do know, and
is this guy Lamptey still in?
Tariq Lamptey.
Is he still?
Yeah, he's injured, but he could recover in time for the World Cup. But I don't think we should take him.
Why?
If you suffer an ACL and you come back, it takes a while before you build your way to that top level where you can play at the top level. For instance, Rodri of Manchester City, he suffered an ACL injury. He came back and he's playing well, but he's far from the Rodri that won the Ballon d'Or. It takes a while. That's why folks saying that Ghana can invite or take Daniel Kofi to the World Cup, I just laugh it off because the guy has been out in India for 3 years. He started playing over the past month, and he's playing with the Freiburg under-23 team. And all of a sudden, you believe that after a month, he will be fit enough to play at the World Cup.
It's not possible.
I mean, it's not possible. Do you know the intensity that goes into the World Cup, playing every 3 days?
Oh.
Yeah.
So you have to be very active.
You have to be very active, playing every 3-4 days. Especially like now it's expanded, so the group stage is going to be like 4 days interval. Because Ghana's game against England is 23rd, and the game against Croatia is 27th, so 4-day interval. Now, it will be too tasking on him, and you cannot carry players whose physicality has a question mark. No, you cannot have a situation like that. So, people making that kind of call, I don't think is the right call.
Wow.
I don't think it's the right call. They are making the same for Salisu, Mohamed Salisu. It's not the right call. Same for Tariq Lamptey. Nah, I don't think so. So the players that I expect to see at the World Cup, Benjamin Asare.
Name some.
Oh, Benjamin Asare of Accra House of Folk, SM. I don't think he should start, but yeah, he'll definitely go. He will definitely go.
Can he take charge of the goalpost?
Well, it depends. I mean,
because I also think that you need some sort of exposure.
Oh, but Asare has been exposed. I mean, fairly well, but it's not at the top level.
The friendlies. I was just against Germany. That he was inside.
He was in the post. Yeah. For me, I have my issue not because of exposure. I have my issues with Benjamin Asare because I honestly believe that his footwork needs a lot of working, or needs work, or needs improvement, because he's slow along the lines in terms of his movement. He lacks athleticism, and on top of that, his distribution, long-range distribution, is quite suspect, and his anticipation when it comes to crosses also suspect. That's why I honestly believe that he should be part of the team, but as a backup.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm all in for Jaden Owusu-Odro. He is the AZ Alkmaar goalkeeper. He's Dutch, but he's of Ghanaian descent.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I've heard that they've made some moves, but nothing has come of it yet. He's very good. He's very good. Nothing has come out of it yet. That's why I'm saying that if he doesn't come through, then yeah, Benjamin Asare should start.
So you don't think Atizigi is okay?
Atizigi. From a goalkeeping perspective, he is better than Benjamin Asare. But for some strange reason, when Benjamin Asare is in the post, the players look a bit relaxed.
Could it be that
Atizigi? I don't know how, I don't know why, but Asare has that.
Could it be
Atizigi doesn't?
Benjamin is hungry.
Oh, I mean that one day. He's definitely hungry. But
he has to show to the world that this is what I can do so I can get the team.
For some strange reason, the players look more comfortable around Benjamin when Benjamin Asare is in the post than Atizigi. I do not know why. I don't know how.
Probably
he just has it.
No, probably they do not have a synergy.
Oh, that's true, but I mean, there are some things that
because synergy is important when it comes to teamwork.
Asare just recently came to the team. Atizigi has been with the team since 2021.
Could it be that Benjamin is sort of cool with them, and maybe he takes charge?
It's aura. There are some things that you can't explain. They call it the intangibles.
Yeah.
Asare just has it. Yeah. Atizigi doesn't. I mean, you either have it or you don't. It's just like charisma. You can't explain it.
It's actually charisma or aura.
You have it or you don't. Someone can walk into this room. He hasn't said a word. He doesn't say anything. But he just comes to sit quietly. Yeah. But some way, somehow, people get drawn to him. Yeah. He just has it. It's charisma. You either have it or you don't. Asare has that composure about him that it's infectious. Atizigi doesn't. It's not a knock on him. It's just what it is. You either have it or you don't. So for me, like I said, from a goalkeeping perspective, pure goalkeeping perspective, Atizigi fits. And he's a better fit than Asare. But for some strange reason, like I said, Asare looks more composed in the post, and the players around him also look a bit more relaxed and composed.
Isn't it just one that I think that these international players may have gotten the chance with Benjamin? That was with Germany, right? Or they've
they've been with him. Well. I mean, he played in the World Cup qualifiers. At least 3 games, yeah. in the World Cup qualifiers, and before we played those friendly games. No, yes, in London at the Brentford Stadium, we played against Nigeria, played against Trinidad and Tobago in that particular friendly games. Then we had the games against Germany and Austria.
Okay, so now you've named the goalkeepers.
Oh yeah, goalkeepers.
So
yeah.
One
So
of the
Benjamin
defense,
Asare,
the midfield, and also
Atizigi.
the
I'm hoping that
attackers.
Rumjade, also drew switches, and his switch is properly cleared, and he can be able to go to the World Cup. And that's for the goalkeepers. Defenders, yeah, Derek Atakon, left full back. Yeah, Gideon Mensah, yeah, keep him back. I'm advocating that you do not start him. Start Derek Atakon. The usual suspects, Alexander Jiku, Jonas Ajete. I would recommend that the coach, Carlos Queiroz, takes a look at Maxwell Woleji. He plays for Nashville SC in the MLS, which is in the United States of America. He's doing so well for the club. He got them to qualify to the CONCACAF Champions Cup semi-final, which is the Central America version of the Champions League. And he's been doing very well with his club. I think Carlos Queiroz should give him a call-up. And since he says he will give a chance to the Ghana Premier League players, I think Razak Simpson should be called up of Nations FC. He was with the team, but for some strange reason, the recent call-ups, he hasn't been called up to the team. So I think he should be one to also be considered, particularly when you have a situation where our central defenders, Mohamed Salisu, is out, and Jonas Ajete has looked a bit jittery of late. Kojo Pompepra is one that has to go, plays for OGC, and he's very good centre-back. The right full-back position, yeah, Marvin Senaya should go. Right full-back position, yeah, Marvin Senaya should go, and maybe with Caleb Yurichi as a backup or emergency right full-back. Then the midfielders, I'll definitely go for Ashimero, Thomas Partey, Ibrahim Suleimana. He's one, yeah, I'll definitely vouch for. Ibrahim Suleimana, Augustin Boache. And the Ghana boys, I'll definitely go with Hubert Jehu of Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Prince Owusu of Midiama. He just has that flair about him. Then the forward line, that's where it gets difficult. Because, you have Antoine Semenyo and Yaki Williams. You have Fatah Oshaku. He definitely has to go. Then you have, Joseph Paintil. You have Ibrahim Osman. There is Kamaldeen Suleimana. And now Prince Kwabna Edu is also in there. Jordan Ayew is also in there. So, yeah, these are the guys I expect for. Oh, yeah, and Ghana Premier League player, yes. Samuel Atakumi of BBN Gold Stars. He's the leading goal scorer in the Ghana Premier League. He should be given a good look at. And also Rudolph Mensah of Swedro All Blacks. Yeah, he should also be given a very good look at. Because though he hasn't scored as many goals as people expected, he has shown a lot of promise. He has shown. I look at his movements, and you know me, I look beyond statistics. I look at the game itself, and I watched him play on multiple occasions, and he has everything a striker should have. Anticipation, the speed, the short distance speed, being able to play with your back to goal, and being able to play with proper composure in front of goal. Yeah. And he has a nose for the ball. Yeah, he has everything. I think he should be given a good look at.
So from what you've said, the list outright,
those are the guys
isn't in there.
No, don't
because
take him.
He can't.
Don't take him. I mean, he has an injury. Even if he recovers before the tournament, nah, I don't think you should risk it. Don't carry more or less a liability, quote unquote.
But people also believe that if you
to the World Cup,
you know, these faces actually change the narrative if they are in the team, sort of, because they've already made their names.
Yeah, but you can't buy into narratives all the time. You need to go in with the people who can fit into your philosophy and get the job done. And yeah, who replaces Kudus? I mean, that's the number 10 role. That's why I'm advocating for a guy like maybe Hubert Jehu or Prince Owusu or Augustin Boache. Those are the guys who can play the number 10 role. But in Carlos Queiroz's system, which normally has 4-3-3 with 3 midfielders in there, you spread it out and you don't necessarily need a number 10. Because let's say you have a front line of Iñaki Williams, Antoine Semenyo, and Abdul Fattah Ishaku. and your three midfielders, you have Partey as the defensive midfielder, the sole defensive midfielder. You have Ashimero, and you have Caleb Yurinchi as the number 8. You do not need a number 10 in that position. You have two athletic guys who can push the pace of the game, who can run with the ball and attack directly in transition. Then you have Thomas Partey as the sole pivot or defensive midfielder, who is gifted and talented enough to be able to orchestrate attacks from deep in midfield. I don't think you need a number 10. So I've heard the argument that some people make the argument that Kudus's injury could turn out to be a blessing in disguise because per Carlos Queiroz' appointment, where was he going to fit? He was going to either play as one of the number 8s alongside Thomas Partey, and in that role, structurally, it's a bit of a mismatch because he will consistently see him drifting into the position or the spot behind the striker, and what that means is that structurally there will be an imbalance. So how then do you fit? How then do you stay compact and organized? So yeah, there's been the argument that Kudus's injury could turn out to be a blessing in disguise when it comes, particularly with Carlos Queiroz coming in as the Black Stars head coach because of the way he wants his team to play.
Is Inaki Williams still fit? Is he playing
well?
Yeah,
he's had some injury issues this season. He's had major injury issues this season. Even the last Black Stars call-up, he couldn't honor it because he had an injury. And so, yeah, it's a bit of a concern. And because of the injuries, he hasn't necessarily been able to excel this season. He hasn't scored too many goals. Yeah. So, yeah, that's been a bit of a problem.
There are also some calls that Antoine could do well if Jordan releases the ball.
Oh, of course. I mean, we saw it. You see, these days, when you say it, people will think, oh, yeah, you don't like Jordan, are you? But me, I won't attack the personality. I'll attack the fact. And the fact is, you played against Germany in that friendly game. Antoine Semenyo carried the ball out of defense, laid on the pass to Jordan Ayew, and run into space, expecting the pass to be laid out to him for him to be able to carry on the transition attack. Happened. Then Jordan Ayew did a 360 pirouette. He turned around, killed the opportunity, turned around the game, and the chance was gone. 4 days later, Antoine Semenyo played for Manchester City against, I believe it was Liverpool. Against Liverpool, quick 1-2 passes, the ball was released to him, he slammed the ball into the net. That's how he plays his game. Quick 1-2 passes, boom, he runs into space, you release it to him, he works it, then either he carries on the attacking phase or the attacking sequence, or if he's close to goal, he attempts a shot or provides an assist.
But probably they don't have a synergy.
I mean, with a synergy bit, you played together since 2022. Jordan and Semenyo played together at the World Cup in Qatar 2022.
Yeah, but the truth is, in as much as they play together does not mean that they have a synergy. I can be together with you in a workplace and we do not relate. We don't
exactly. Yeah. And that's why I've always made a point that drop Jordan Ayew to the bench. Drop him to the bench.
So I need Jordan inside.
Oh, drop Jordan to the bench because at the end of the day, right now, Ghana's most prominent player or best player used to be Kudus. Now Kudus is not our best player. It is Antoine Semenyo. And what does he do best? He does well running into space. So you play to his advantage or play to his strength. And that's why, again, I say Kudus' injury could turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Because he also tends to hold on to the ball a little bit, a tad bit long. The same with Jordan Ayew. That's why I'm saying that this whole bit about Carlos Queiroz coming in, yeah, it will serve the guys who love to play in transition well, and the guys who love to hold on to the ball a little bit too long. Yeah, it will be a bit disruptive for them, their game style. It will be disruptive for our system, for us to be able to click on fully well. And so, in that sense, Kudus is out of the picture, no problem. That's why I say, after all these years, if you still do not have synergy, then drop Jordan Ayew. Because at the end of the day, he's not our best player. He's the captain. but drop him to the bench. When we have a lead that we are trying to protect, then you bring him on so that he will use his skills, his ball winning skills to win set pieces or free kicks for Ghana to ease the pressure, and he will use his experience to be able to control the pace of the game so that you do not get into panic situations because he will be able to calm the boys down. That is what you need at certain points in the game. So you do not need that in the 20th minute. You need that in the 84th, 85th minute or 80th minute goal.
When you are leading.
And when you are leading, and with that, Jordan can play that role. So bring him off the bench. Don't start him.
Okay. So what is happening today? 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Yes, more conversation on Carlos Queiroz and what is likely to be the outcome when it comes to player personnel after his press briefing with the media. And so, yeah, more conversations on...
And later on
Carlos
Panorama
Queiroz
as well.
Oh, Panorama, yeah. Most there.
Rabbi will be there.
Yeah, Rabbi will be there. And we'll definitely talk about the Chelsea head coaching issue. Yeah, sacking coaches left, right, center. You just do not know what they are about. There was no reason for them to sack Enzo Maresca. They sacked him, brought in a young, fast-rising prospect, and they've messed up his life. After just 4 months, they've just messed up his life, sacked him. But the money is good though. Yeah,
At least they've given him
24 million
yeah,
pounds.
but they've also given him a chance to also say that, okay, I have also stamped my name in the books of Chelsea.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's not a good record. But I mean, it's all about the money. 24 million pounds.
Like 3-4 months?
Yeah, he was there for just 4 months.
But you've got 24 million.
Yeah, the compensation
pounds.
is there. It's good, man.
How much did the Auto go with?
$500,000.
500,000.
500,000. Yeah.
I mean, damn. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
We actually had to talk about it extensively on the show because of the World Cup Central that'll be happening later today at 3 p.m. So you'd want to stay with us on the Channel 1 TV so that you get to enjoy more of what we are talking about. You know, there's a new sheriff in town. Carlos Queiroz is in town. So let's see how he's going to turn things around so that we will be able to get to a very good place in the World Cup that will be happening some 50 days from now. Chris, I think we should go for a quick break. When we come back, we have a lot more for you on the show on Breakfast Daily. Stay with us.
In Christ alone, my hope is found by God.
Joshua 24 verse number 15, the Passion Translation, the concluding part says, "But I and my family, we will give ourselves to worship and serve Yahweh." It's that time of the year again where families gather at the altar of prayer, at family consecration. We are gathering once again to seek the face of the Lord, to pray, to praise, to worship, to travel, to wage warfare on behalf of our families. In times such as this, where destinies are at stake and families are under attack, the place to be, to seek the face of the Lord concerning the way forward for your family, the destiny of your family, is at this all-important spiritual gathering by City FM and Channel 1 TV at the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon on the dot. It's going to be prayer, it's going to be praise, it's going to be warfare. Come and let's seek the face of God together as a family. See you there. I will be there with my family. My name is Reverend Mauli Benson. See you.
Scorned by the ones he came to save, till on that cross when Jesus...
Join us on Footprints this Friday as we sit down with Ambassador Major General Francis Edu Amanfo, retired, a Ghanaian military officer and diplomat, as he takes us through a career that spans defense intelligence and regional diplomacy across West Africa.
President Kufuor has taken over and he has appointed General Hamidu. I know you heard the name.
I know him very well.
General Hamidu as his national security advisor.
I know him.
And then rumor had gone to them that, oh, it is Rollins who put me there, so I'm an NDC man. I will sabotage them. General Hamidu went to the president's office. They were there for about 30 minutes. Hey, what's happening? And I'm sitting out here. I entered. The president offered me a seat. I sat down. And when he raised his head, he asked me, which school did you attend? Then I said, I attended Prempeh College. Then he laughed. He did not ask me any more questions. All he said was that at that time I was a brigadier general. General, go back to your office and do your work. And that is how I continued to work in President Kufuor's administration.
Prempeh College did the trick.
Alumni.
Footprints airs every Friday at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
This week on the Upside Down Show, Frema Edunyame hosts the CEO of the National Petroleum Authority, Eduji Tamaklo, in a revealing one-on-one. He reflects on his humble beginnings, shares his views on governance, and breaks down the mandate of the NPA beyond the headlines.
You know, we want to get to know you because there's not much information on you. You're growing up and stuff like that
absolutely.
out there. Is it deliberate?
So my dad was a driver. Yes.
Really?
For a long time, he was a driver. My mom, a trader. And so through the two, I mean, like we always say, they gave birth to me.
Yeah.
Which the things that I went through in Legon, and I'll tell you this. So once we're in Legon, one of the things that we used to do a lot was vacation work.
Any work?
Any work. But ours was not international, local.
So you are still doing any work locally?
So,
who do you think can step in the shoes of President Mahama to say that, yes, I can boldly take the mantle and lead the NDC to the 2028 elections?
So our party is a party of possibilities.
Right.
And all the individuals you've named.
It could be anybody.
Beautifully, any one of them can beat Dr. Baumia.
Catch the Upside Down Show on Channel 1 TV this Sunday at 7 p.m. prompt.
Onipeni wanda media maya say, Adada Chini, oh, no way. And I dare my atom in this so. If you are some so, ya be not signing ya. The prayer will be a good ampa. I don't know one who go. And did you never want to treat you? My head in a year. Asem tira koko sunanye ya Nefya katio Odo menya wakoko Edidio nefa wanu trififo Maye binanye ya Asem tira koko sunanye ya Nefya katio Whenever I'm sad, she will smile. Whenever I'm weak, she comforts me. Whenever I'm sad, I don't care whatever people say. She's the only one that my heart beats. Oh, mama, Christina is a girl. Ajima baby is a girl. Oh, papa is a girl I love. Oh, mama, Christina is a girl I love. Ajima baby is a girl I love. Oh, papa is a girl. Oh, Christina is a girl I love. She will smile whenever I'm weak. She pampers me whenever I'm sad. She will smile whenever I'm weak. She pampers me whenever I'm sad. I don't care whatever people say. She's the only one that matters.
So that was Amamre with Christina there. It was an interesting one there. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. You're still joining us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. It's time. I think we have to cross over to the La General Hospital. If you know the backstory to that particular project, is a project that is ongoing. The La youth have really demonstrated a number of times asking that the project should be completed so that they can have a health facility that will serve people of La, Nungwa, Teshi, Osu and its environs. The president is expected to visit the place today to see the level of work. But let's cross over and bring you details from our presidential correspondent.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Sorry. This is in the Dadiko-Tupon constituency, where I am currently. In your shot, you can see the health minister, Kwabena Menta Akando. Okay, I'm currently at La. This is the site that once hosted the La General Hospital. In your shot, you can see President John Dramani Mahama, who just arrived here, together with the health minister, Kwabena Menta Akando, the education minister, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, together with the member of parliament for La Dadiko-Tupon constituency, where the La General Hospital was or is, is situated. Now, this is the site that once hosted the La General Hospital. This place, the hospital used to be one of the very important health facility serving members of
President, you are welcome
La area and also
the La General
surrounding
Hospital.
area. So we'll just hear from the contractor in charge of the redevelopment of the La General Hospital.
Your Excellency, you are welcome to the La General Hospital project site. This is a short presentation to trace out the project history. The original La General Hospital was built in 1960, but it started deteriorating because of its proximity to the waterfront. So just before 2020, structural integrity tests were carried out and the building had to come down. Demolition was done in 2020. And the government went into a design and build contract with Messias Polichanda. So they came up with their design. We are the government's representative. We work with them. We reviewed their designs together with personnel from Ministry of Health. So a contract was signed. We started construction in January 2024. That is the works program. Yeah. In June of last year, they had to suspend works, for delayed payment. And then they got paid late last year. So in February of this year, they started